Hey, Dennis.
Howdy, howdy.
How's your week?
That's okay, I think. We're doing all right.
Good.
Countdown begins this weekend. Shush. Shush.
Countdown begins for what?
For the wedding
Why
next
does it
week.
begin now as opposed to yesterday or last week?
Well, I don't know. Don't know.
Well, how many weeks is it?
It's getting real. We're getting
Ah.
daily phone calls.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
A kid getting married. That's exciting.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, you like her, right? I
mean,
what a
it's
ringing endorsement.
We haven't really got to know her very well because of the COVID, but
Gotcha.
she has demonstrated that she likes Brian, so that's good enough for us, I think.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
So
Sounds good.
it's only time will tell.
Right.
So
Anything new in Zachary's social life?
not that he's telling.
He told me he keeps swiping crazy.
Uh-huh.
So I guess that means he's trying.
Okay. And work is going well for him?
Yeah, he loves it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he really, really.
That's great.
Yep.
The only bad news is that he can't start his 10 years until he starts paying his loan back.
Oh, what do you mean his 10 years?
He's got a if he works privately for 10 years.
Not privately. If
privately?
he works for a
Nonprofit.
nonprofit
If he works for a
organization.
nonprofit for 10 years, the remaining loan is forgiven.
Ah, okay.
So he hasn't started the 10 years yet. So he's wasted a year and a half
Oh,
because of government, because they put everything on hold.
gotcha. Gotcha.
But he also hasn't had to pay his loans.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay.
So if you know anybody who has $100,000 extra, let me know.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I know
Maybe he and
someone-
Alon can go in something and try to figure out how to get some money.
Right, right. Hi, Lauren.
Hello. Good Shabbos.
You too. Boy.
Lenore's keeping you up.
Yeah, I tell you. I actually had to do a wedding yesterday, of all days. A wedding yesterday for a couple where the bride was the granddaughter of Charlie and Francis Futrovsky. And they're doing a destination wedding in Punta Cana at the end of April, but they didn't want to pay for the, I don't know, the marriage license and whatever, go through that rigmarole there. So they said, can we just get married in the chapel? So they had like 10 people, just the immediate family. So it was nice. And we have a bat mitzvah in shul tomorrow, which will be nice.
All good things.
Yeah. You planning to be in shul tomorrow, Dennis?
No, unfortunately, I've been put on restriction to go and not to do anything over the next 6-7 days. So
We don't have permission.
we don't have permission from the bride or the groom to get out of the house.
I see.
But I'll be there Monday.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I won't be able to help out.
No, it's all right. I'm assuming Marlene can help out with the honors. It's a small family, so it should all be okay.
Is this a new family to the synagogue?
No, they don't come too frequently on Shabbat, but they've been with the Hebrew school for a number of years. They used to live in Clarksburg, now they live in Frederick County.
Okay.
So it's a schlep for them to come, but she's the mother of the bat mitzvah is on our school committee.
We have a Shabbat, on a Shabbat after Kiddush
A
after.
kiddush. There's a kiddush tomorrow. Yep. Kiddush lunch.
That should be interesting. See, a nice, hopefully a turnout, somewhat of a turnout tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's a small family, so we'll see how many people show up. Hey, Audrey.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Hi, Julian.
Shabbat Shalom all.
Shalom.
There's a hand in the background from Jackie.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a nice afternoon.
Yeah. When the sun was out, it was nice and warm.
Yeah. That's
Got a cat in one window. We got a dog in another window.
And a couple dogs in the other. Yeah.
Yeah, we got cherry blossoms in another window.
blossoms.
Yeah.
We still on mask restriction, Jonah?
Yes, in the building, masks on, just to be safe. And especially with the bat mitzvah, we don't know. We're not checking vaccinations at the door, so it's just easier this way.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9.
Julian, maybe you'll lead us in mincha? You're muted, Julian.
Maybe not.
Is he frozen?
He's frozen,
it's
Jenny.
frozen.
Maybe not a virgin.
There he goes.
He's still muted though.
He is. You're still muted, Julian.
He's practicing.
Maybe he's on the phone.
No, it could be.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hi, everybody.
Good afternoon, Bill.
I think I mentioned to you earlier that I'm going to a bar mitzvah tomorrow being held at the Naval Academy.
Oh. Yeah, so how is that, like, how is that arranged? Like, why is it at the Naval Academy?
The father of the bar mitzvah boy is a graduate.
Oh,
The grandparents were former mayor of Annapolis. I'm not sure
oh,
they connect.
wow. That's
This is-
cool.
This is
So how do you know the family?
It's Nora's family.
Oh, nice.
It's after a Mincha.
Uh-huh. There's a Jewish chaplain there at the Naval Academy?
There is. And I think the parents who live in Tacoma Park connected with them and said that's where we want to have it.
Oh, that's great. It's a beautiful chapel.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, have you been?
I haven't.
Oh, yeah, you'll see. It's a beautiful chapel. And also look for Darren Pontel's name.
I will.
Yeah, because they, I think the Wolks and the Pontels, because that chapel was rededicated and maybe refurbished, and I think they both contributed to that. So I think their names are there.
I'll note that to the people there.
Yeah, yeah. Must have been 10 years already, if not more, since the chapel was redone. Hey Mindy, hey Barbara.
Hello, Rabbi.
That COVID committee meet again.
But another thing is,
Jonah,
Yes, yes, Julian.
when does that committee on restrictions meet again?
It's not that we don't have a meeting scheduled. Why?
I think, we're kind of getting to the time, aren't we?
Well, we talked about it, and the CDC redid its guidelines, and it's now when you go on the CDC masking guidelines, it asks you to put in your zip code, and it tells you whether your area is low, medium, or high transmission rate, and we are low. I mean, I haven't checked recently, but as of 2 weeks ago, we were low, and so theoretically, we could be unmasked, but the religious school families don't want to be unmasked.
They don't, okay, all right.
And, it is, and as I said, we're not checking vaccinations at the door. And so especially like the bat mitzvah tomorrow, and then the following week, we have an Ufruf and Sylvia Potash's birthday to celebrate. There'll be non-members coming to shul. So it's just, it's safer. It's safer to be masked inside. It's a little bit inconvenient, but better to be inconvenient than to be sorry.
I guess you're right.
I mean, that's my attitude about it. And I spoke to a rabbi friend of mine who's in Fairfax, and they're going mask optional. So I don't know. I think mask optional, like then I don't know, people who are not wearing a mask might feel uncomfortable around people who are wearing a mask, and vice versa. This way we're all uncomfortable, but for good reason.
So is it mask optional?
No, it's not. No. Don't take my words out of context. You just, no, it is not. We're still masked inside. So, yes.
And as concerning the Kiddush tomorrow, if anybody's in shul, we could use some extra volunteers to serve the Kiddush, because we're not letting people pick up their bagel, and
Good.
we need lots of people to serve. You'll be wearing gloves, so
Great.
please come in the kitchen.
Okay.
that was 2 years. That was 2
I don't know. It'd be kind of weird to make that announcement tomorrow in shul, Fran.
That's why I'm doing it tonight.
Family to do that, but yeah, okay.
Fran, let me know if you need my help.
I need your help.
So there you go. All right.
I won't be there tomorrow. I have a surprise birthday party.
That's not a surprise then, if you just.
No, it's a surprise for
I'm
the
gonna tell.
It is.
All right, why don't we get started? So think about volunteering to help in the kitchen tomorrow. Julian, you want to lead us in Mincha?
I'd be delighted.
Okay, so let me mute all, and then unmute yourself, Julian. And we'll find Mincha in Lev Shalem on page 289, in the Shabbat Sim Shalom on page 1.
Ashrei Shvevetecha Yalucha Selah.
Asher Shevetecha Dilucha Selam Shekachalom Shemalav Telavida Chamel Gadol Avaram Elohim Yatodor Shmach Masecha Dova Kol Racham Avakol Masa Yilucha Selam Yenei Kol Achazaber Yetecha Yetechis Pachos Zedigan Avakol Chazir Masa Yilat Adonai Zavepi Varek V'Mososhem Kashol Elam V'Oel Enofim V'Orech Yom Netavir Olam Hallelujah.
Yilat Adonai Yavirpi V'Varech Kol Basar Shem Kodsho Le'olam V'Oed V'Anachnu Nevarach Yam Yata V'Ad Olam. Hallelujah.
We rise for Chatzi Kaddish.
Yikadal V'Yikadash Me'Rabbah.
Amen.
Alma Divrach Urute V'Yamlech Malchute V'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei l'chol Beit Yisrael. V'agalav Bizman Kariv Yimru. Amen.
Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mavarach Le'olam Omelmayan.
Elmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. V'yithador v'yitalev v'yitalal Shmei Kudashah.
Brichu.
Leilam min kol v'chata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata damiran v'yalma. V'yimru. Amen.
Amen. We start the Amida out loud, page 3 in the Sim Shalom, page 291 in the Shabbat. In the
Baruch
Lev Shalom.
Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol Yibor Banarai Elyon, Kol Melech Hasadim Tzvei B'Kol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avo Mevi Goel Lefnei B'neihem, L'man Shmo B'Ahava, Melech Hazer Pokedu Moshiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ufokei Tzara. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayim Etim Batarav Lahoshia. Mashiv HaRuach Omerida Gashem, Mekalkel Chayim B'Chesed, Mechayim Etim Rachamim Rabim, Somech Moflim B'Rofei Cholim U'Matzir Asurim, Umkayim Emunato L'Shenei Afar, Mi'echamocha B'al V'rod U'Midolach, Melech Me'mitum Chayei U'Matzviach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Atah L'Chayot Meitim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei HaMeitim.
Nekadesh Shimcha Ba'olam Kashem Shemakdishim Oto V'Shmei Moram Kachet V'Vayana V'Yacha Karazeh Elzeh V'Yamar.
Yekadesh Shimcha Ba'olam Kashem Shemakdishim Oto B'Shmei Moram Kakatuv V'Yad Nevi'echa V'Karazeh Elzeh V'Yamar.
Kadosh 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 Adonai Tzvaot Melech Haaretz Kavod.
Kabbalah Koretz Kavodo. V'Yomotam Baruch Yomeru.
Baruch Kavod Adonai V'Mekomo.
Komo. U'Divrei Kosher HaKatuv Lemor.
Melech Adonai Le'olam El Hayetzim Kavador Hallelujah.
Dorvador, hallelujah. The Dorvador Nagi Godlecha, Ulenetzach Nesachim Kedusha Naktish, Shivacha Eloheinu Mipinu Le'yom Misli Olam Va'ed, Ki El Melech Gadol V'Kadosh Atah, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
We continue silently, 294 to 299 in Lev Shalem, 5 to 9 in Sim Shalom. Whenever Julian is ready, I can't tell, but when he's ready, and as we continue our private prayers, we continue with the full Kaddish, page 10 in the Sim Shalom, or page 300 in the Lev Shalom.
Yikadal v'yikadash me Rabbah.
Amen.
Adibrach Yirutei v'yamlech machutei. V'chayachon v'yamechon v'chayei l'chol Beit Yisrael. V'agalav izman kari v'yimru. Amen.
Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mavarach Le'olam
Maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh. Yithadar v'yithalei v'yithalal shmei l'kudishah.
Richu.
Leilam in kol b'chata b'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechamata damiran b'yama. V'yimru. Amen.
Amen.
Yitkabas lahon v'tachon d'chol Yisrael. Kadam avuhon di b'shmaya v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mrama hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen.
Amen. Aleinu v'shabeyach v'rachol. Korim shacharim u'madim.
Ki amalchut shalachi lamei atzim loch b'kavod. Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar v'chaya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz. V'yom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad. Ushmo echad.
Mourner's Kaddish, Yid Kadal, Yid Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'yalma divrach, Yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, V'chayachon v'yomechon, V'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, V'agalav izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olamo me'olmaya, Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitrumam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal, Shemei d'kudashah b'richu, Lahela min kol berchata v'shirata, tishbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shloma rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imroma v'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Yasher koach, Julian, thanks for leading us in Mincha. We continue now with Kabbalat Shabbat. We turn to page 14 in the Sim Shalom, or all the way back to page 10 in Lev Shalem. Yedi nefesh avarachaman mishoch avdach el ritzonach Yarutz avdach kemo ayal yishtachaveh mul hadarach ki yerav lo yedidutach minofet suf vechol tam Adonai ziv haolam nafshi cholat ahavatach ana el narefana la beharot la noam zivach, az titchazek v'titrape, v'hayetalach shivchat olam, v'tigyemu rachamecha v'chusna al bein ohavach, ki ze kama nichsof liro betiferet uzach ana eli Mahmad libi Hushana ve'al titalam higalena ufros chaviv alai et sukat shelomach Ta'ir eretz mikvodach nagila v'nismecha bach maher ahuv kiva moed v'choneni ki me'olam la 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 Lechu neranen al Adonai nari aletzor yishenu nekad mafanav betoda bizmirot nari alo nekad mafanav betoda bizmirot nari alo Ki gadol Adonai melech gadol kol Elohim asher b'olam v'teiravot Ki Eloheinu v'anachnu tzavim Arba'im shana kut b'dor v'amar am to'ei levavheim v'heim lo yadu derachai asher nishbati ve'api Im yivavun el menuchati Shiru ladonai shir chadash Shiru ladonai kol haaretz Shiru ladonai baruch shemo Basru miyom leyom yeshuato Sapru vagoyim kevodo bechol Amim nifleotav ki gadol Adonai umehulal meod norahu al kol Elohim ay ki kol Elohe ha'amim elilim v'Adonai shamayim asa Hod v'hadar lefanav Oz v'tiferet v'mikdasho Havu l'Adonai mishpachot amim Havu l'Adonai kavod v'oz Havu l'Adonai kevod shemo Seu mincha Uvo lechatzrotav yishtachavu l'Adonai Behadrat kodesh chilu mipanav kol haaretz Imru vagoyim Adonai malach Aftikon tevel baltimot yadin amim b'meisharim yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz yiramayam umlo yalos sadai v'chol asher bo ayayayaz yiranenu Kol atzeyar lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel betzedek ve'yamim be'emunato lai la 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 Lie, 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 lie. Adonai Malach Tagel Haaretz. We're on 17 and Sim Shalom, 15 and 16 and Lev Shalem. Yismuchim Rabbi Manan Rav Sivav. Yishufanot Elef 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 Elef. Yevo Shukol Vefesa Hamatel Lindelim. Oh, have Adonai sin ura shomer nafshot chasidav miad reshaim yatzileim or zaru alat tzadik ulishrei lev simcha simchu tzadikim b'Adonai v'hodu lezecher kodsho mizmor shiru l'Adonai shir chadash Kini flodasa Hoshia lo yemino Uzero akodsho Hodia Adonai Yeshuato Leinei hagoyim gilatzid kato Zachar chasto ve'emunato Leveit Yisrael ra'u Cholav se'aretz et Yeshuat Eloheinu Hariu l'Adonai kol haaretz Pitchu v'raninu v'zameru Zamru l'Adonai bechinor v'kol zimra B'chatzotzot v'kol shofar Hariu lifnei hamelech Adonai Yiramayam umlo Tevel v'yoshvei ba Narotim chauchav Yachad harim Yeranenu Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz Yishpot tevel betzedek Ve'yamim be'meisharim la 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 Adonai Malach Yigazu Amim Yoshev Kruvim Tanut Haaretz Anan B'Tzion Gadol Ramo Moshe V'Aaron Kohanav U'Shmuel B'Koreshim El Nosei Ayita Lahem V'Nokeim Hallelilotam Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu L'Har Kodsho Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu L'Har Kodsho Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu Adonai Vayishtachavu lahar kodsho. Romimu Adonai Eloheinu Vayishtachavu lahar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romimu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romimu. If we can, we rise as we continue in Sim Shalom on page 20, Lev Shalem 21. Mizmor leDavid, Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai kavod va'oz, Havul Adonai kevod shemo, Hishtachavu Adonai behadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim, Adonai al Mayim Rabim, Kol Adonai Ba'koach, Kol Adonai Behadar, Kol Adonai Shover Arazim, Vayeshaber Adonai El Arzei Halvanon, Vayarkidaim Kemo Egel, Levanon Vesirion, Kemo ven re'emim, Kol Adonai chotzei blavotesh, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yacholel ayalot, vayechesof ye'arot uvehechalo, kulo omer kavod, kulo omer kavod. Adonai lamabul yashav, vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. May be seated. We continue with Lachad Odi, 21 and 22 in Sim Shalom, 23 to 25 in Lev Shalem. Lechad Odi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lechad Odi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmianu el hameyuchad Adonai echad. Ushemo echad l'shem v'tiferet v'litila. Lechad Odi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki hi mekor ha'beracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshavat tchila. Lechad Odi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzei mitocha hafecha rav lach shevet v'yemek habacha v'hu yachamo alayichem la. Lechad Odi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Hina ari me'afar kumi livshi bigdei Tifartecha mi al yad ben Ishai beit halach mi karva el nafshi ge'ala. Lechad Odi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri kiva orech kumi uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lechad Odi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lo tevoshi velo tikal mi mati shtochachi umatehemi bach yechesu aniyei ami venivneta ir altila. Lechad Odi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. V'hayulim shisa shosayich v'rachaku kol mevalayich yasisalayich Elohayich kimsos chatan al kala lechadodi likra kala penei shabbat nekabela yaminu smol tifrotzi v'yet Adonai ta'aritzi al yad ish ben partzi v'nismecha v'nagila lechadodi likra kala penei shabbat nekabela Ori v'shalom ateret bala gam desimcha uv'tzohala tochemune am segula bo'ichala lechadodi likrakala penei shabbat nekabela. We continue on page 23 in Sim Shalom, 27 and 28 in Leif Shalem. Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer leshimcha elyon ulezamer leshimcha elyon lehagid baboker chastecha ve'emunatcha baleilot alei asor v'alei navel Alei higayon bechinor mizmor shir leyom haShabbat tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer leshimcha elyon elyon ki smachtan yadonai before lecha masedecha amen Hagel masecha Adonai barom tumach shalotecha Od yenuvun b'seva deshenim v'rananim Yiyu lehagid ki ashar Adonai suri velo avlatabo Adonai malach ki lavesh anayos yezadav Eidotecha nemnu meod leveitcha navakodesh Adonai leorech yamim lalai 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 La 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 Mourners and those observing yahrzeit rise for Kaddish, found on 24 in Sim Shalom, or 30 in Lev Shalem. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayachon v'yomei chol v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael v'agala v'zman kariv imru amen Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ol me'ol maya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei d'kudasha brichu Ha'ela minko birchata v'shirata tishbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom v'imroma v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen We turn to the back of our Sidurim for, as we continue in our study of Pirkei Avot. We're on page 268 in Sim Shalom or 248 in Lev Shalem. Chapter 4, number 3, another statement of Ben Azai. So Ben Azai, number 3, Hu Haya Omer. So he used to say, Al tehi vaz lechol adam, do not disparage or do not disdain any person, or do not disdain people. Va'al tehi maflig lechol davar, and do not underrate. That's how it translates this. Do not underrate the importance of anything. So don't disparage people. Don't disparage things and everything you come across. She'ein lecha adam, she'ein lo sha'a, because you have no person who doesn't have their time in the sun. So it's a double negative. Everybody is going to have, well, we would say it this way in modern pop culture, everybody might have 15 minutes of fame. So to disdain everybody is wrong because everybody has some value to contribute that makes them worthy of being paid attention to. Ve'en lecha davar she'en lo makom, because there's no thing without its place. It says its place in the sun, but it's just everything has its place in the world. So don't disparage things about and things that you come across that you would criticize. What, like, I don't know, where a lot of us would say, what does the world need insects for? They're pests. What do we need them for? But everything has its place in the world. And if you understood entomology, we would know that insects have a vital place in the world. Without insects, there wouldn't be nature anyway. The point is that everything has its place and every person has value. So it's an important lesson that Ben Azai says here. And in other words, it's a sense of humility, right? Because if we disparage people and if we criticize things, then it's our arrogance coming across. And the point for Ben Azai is, no, we have to have we always have to be humble and a countenance of humility in our approach to the world around us. And that's something that is extremely lacking in our world today. There's certainly a sense of entitlement that a lot of people have. And this is the opposite. What Ben Azai is teaching is the opposite of this sense of entitlement. What's important is only who's important to me and what's important to me. And then everything else doesn't matter, and I'll look down on it, and I'll even ignore it. That Ben Azai is the opposite. We have to look at everything and appreciate everything and everyone around us. He doesn't say it here, but it's clear because everything is created by God. And if we have this attitude, then we would understand then that spiritual sense that we would have of understanding the world around us. Any thoughts or comments about that? Then we turn back in our Sidurim, and mourners and those observing yard sites join me in the Kaddish de Rabbanan, the special Kaddish for after studying a section of rabbinic literature, page 27 in the Sim Shalom, or 38 in Lev Shalem. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon of yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman karivim ru amen, yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, Vidhadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemeda Kudasha, Brifu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Da'amiran bi'olma v'imru amen. Al Yisrael v'al Rabbanan v'al Tamidehon, v'al kol Tamidehon, v'al kol man de'oskin b'oraita, Di v'yatra hadein v'di v'chol atar v'atar, Yehei lohon elohon shlama rabba, china v'chista v'rachamin, v'chayin arichin u'mezona revicha, u'for kana min kadam mavuhon di v'shmaya v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim tovim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, u'brachamav yaseh shalom, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We all rise for Baruch Hu, the next page. Baruch Hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamavorach leolam va'ed. May be seated. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'roma v'elohim b'chacham v'tei ha'shalim v'v'dvarim ha'shamayim v'v'dvarim Umavir yom umevi laila mavdio ben yom ben laila Adonai tzvot shemo El chai v'kayam tamidim lo chaleinu leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Hamari varavim Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amacha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta al kein Adonai Eloheinu v'shochveinu v'kumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki heim chayenu v'yorech yameinu uvahem nege yomam v'layla v'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu li'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kulam Va'ed Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol avavacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha Ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele Asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha beveitecha uvelechtecha v'derech uveshochbecha uvekumecha ukshartam laot al yadecha v'hayu latotafot bein einecha uchetavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha v'hayan shemot yishmos ataya Hashem v'hayan v'avatem v'hayan v'harafem v'hayan v'sot yishamayim Sangam v'hayan v'hayan Adonai Elohechem emet v'emunah kol zod v'kayam aleinu Umalchuta beratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe uMiriam u'bnei Yisrael achanu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh nora tehilot asefele Malchutcha ra'u vanecha Bokayam lifnei Moshe Zeli anu v'yamru Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed V'ne'emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov Ugealo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael 33 in Sim Shalom, 45 in Lev Shalem. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel. And save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace, Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Shmor tzeiteinu vo'einu, l'chaim l'shalom mi'ata v'ad olam, ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael, Ve'al Yerushalayim. Next page we rise. V'shameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba b'yalma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael bagala uv'izman kariv v'meru amen Yehi shmei rabba mevorach Le'olam lo me'omaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shemei dekudesha b'richu v'ye'elam im kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata tamiram b'alma v'yimeru Amen. We read the Amida 35 to 38 in Sim Shalom, 47 to 52 in Lev Shalem. As we conclude our private prayers, we continue on page 47 in Sim Shalom or 53 in Lev Shalem. ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל, אלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, קונה שמיים וארץ, מגן אבות בדברו, מחיה מתים במאמרו, האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו, המניח לעמו, ביום שבת קודשו, כי בם רצה להניח להם, כי בם רצה להניח להם, לפניו נעבוד ביראה ופחד, ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד, מעון הברכות. אל ההודעות, אדון השלום, מקדש השבת ומברך שבי, ומניח בקדושה, ועמדו שני עונג, זכר למעשה בראשית. אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, רצה במנוחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך, סבנו מטובך ושמחנו בשורתך, וטהר ליבנו לעובדך באמת, והנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה ורצון שבת קודשך, וינוחו בישראל מקדשי שמך, ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. יקרא ויקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון וימיכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל, ועגלה בזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילם מכל ברכתה ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמא ויאמרו אמן. תקבל צלחון והון לכל ישראל, קדם והון דבי שמיא ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיא וחיים עלינו על כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו amen. I asked Marv Kruger to lead us in Kiddush. We rise, page 49 in Sim Shalom, 55 in Lev Shalem. Go ahead, Marv.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kadsho v'yava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila l'mikroi kodesh Zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, b'shabbat kadshecha b'yava u'ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabat.
Amen. Yasher Koach Marv, thank you very much for leading us in Kiddush. And we remain standing for Aleinu 51 in Sim Shalom, 56 in Lev Shalem. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol ate gedula leotzer breshit shelo asana kegoyei haratzot ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שלא תשמע ישראל, אוקיי, נקווה לכם אלוהינו. כי המלכות שלך היא אור מעטים לך בכבוד, ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו echad. Mourners Kaddish, Yitgadal, V'Yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'Alma Divrach, Yirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei, V'Chayechon V'Yomechon, V'Chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael, V'Agala V'Zman Kari V'Imru Amen, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olam Ol Me'ol Maya, Yitbarach V'Yishtabach, V'Yitpa'ar, V'Yitromam, V'Yitnasei, V'Yithadar, V'Yitalev, V'Yitalal, Shemei Dekudesha Brichu, La'ela Minko Birchata V'Shirata, Tushbechata V'Nechamata, Da'amiran Be'alma V'Imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'Chayim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Imromav V'Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. So just a couple of announcements before we conclude the service. As Fran Kensky said earlier, it would be great. They do have volunteers already for the Kiddush tomorrow. It's the first time since COVID that we are having Kiddush after services. We're very excited about that. It's because the Bat Mitzvah family is sponsoring the Kiddush. So we're excited about the Bat Mitzvah tomorrow at the 9:30 service. Samantha Farrow. So thanks to her parents, Rebecca and Hal, for sponsoring the Kiddush. Sherry Cohen and Wendy Abraham are the co-captains tomorrow, but as Fran said, you can use extra help. So if you're going to be there anyway, you just show up in the kitchen and I'm sure there'll be something for you to do. But it's mainly for helping to serve so that keep the serving of the food safe, one person serving others instead of people taking their own food, a lot safer that way. So 9:30 tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, Shabbos is over a little bit after 8. So evening service and Havdalah is at 8:10, 8:10 tomorrow evening. Sunday, we have a full slate of Minyan at 8:45, Talmud class at 9:30, prayer book Hebrew class at 10:30. You saw information about the makers and bakers, which will be in person for charoset, different charoset recipes to try out for Passover. That's coming up in 2 Sundays. And next Shabbos, so not tomorrow, but next Shabbos, we'll be celebrating Sylvia Podash's 100th birthday. And we'll be celebrating the Ofruf of Katie Friedman and Joey Kader. Katie is the daughter of Sandy and Joel Friedman. So there'll be an Ofruf next Shabbat plus the 100th birthday for Sylvia Podash. So lots to celebrate in these coming weeks. So we conclude the service with Yigdal, page 53, and Sim Shalom, 62 in Lev Shalem. Yigdal Elohim Chai ve'yishtabach nimsa v'yenei tel mitziuto echad v'yen yachid keyichudo ne'lam v'gam ein sof le'achduto ein lo demut haguf v'yen o guf Lo na'aroch elav kedushato. Kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra. Rishon v'ein reshit l'reshito. Hino adon olam b'chol notzar. Yoreh gedulato malchuto. Shefan nevuato netano. Elan shesegulato vetifarto. Lo kam b'Yisrael kemo sheod. Naviu ma'abit et emunato. Toratem et natan le'amoel. Al yad nevi'o neman beito. Lo yachal Yifa'el v'lo yamir dato. Le'olamim lezulato. Sofer v'yodea setareinu. Mabit l'sof davar bekadmato. Gomel ish chesed kemifalo. Noten l'rasha ra kirishato. Yishlach l'ketz yamin meshichenu. Liftod machake ketz yeshuato. Meitim Yechayel berov chasto. Baruch Adei ad Shem Tehilato. Meitim Yechayel berov chasto. Baruch Adei ad Shem Tehilato. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.